Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells and welcome to another video about high profit niche items. This is actually a freebie from my premium content library. Every month I do a video in this format showing you several niche items that you can be on the lookout for when you're out at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, wherever you're getting your items to resell. And currently I have 7 episodes totaling 3.5 hours in length of video just like this in the premium library. So you can check that out if you're not a member. So let's get into the video and show you some stuff to sell. So let's start off with Speedo Fast Skins. Okay, if you're not aware of what a Speedo Fast Skin is, we are over on the Speedo website. And it's basically these aerodynamically designed racing suits that swimmers wear, competitive swimmers wear to increase their speed. So you could see these are really expensive. Like this one here, the original price is $479. They've got it on sale for all the way down to $334. Like this one here. Let's take a look at it. So it explains, exactly what it is. Women's Ultimate Performance Championship Tech Suit. So this is the standard that competitive swimmers wear now, are these longer length swimsuits that are aerodynamically designed to help them go faster. So just looking at the retail price, this is like unbelievable, $429 for this thing. And when you see them in a thrift store hanging on the rack, it's like it looks a little weird because they're this very lightweight, stretchy material. So it's kind of hard to even tell what it is. But now you'll know. And sometimes they're mixed in with other sporting goods like athletic clothing, or it could be with the overalls because the workers in the thrift store don't exactly know what they are either, so they just can kind of stick them anywhere. So now that you know what they are, let's go over to eBay and take a look at what they sell for. Now I consider this a niche item because when we put in the keyword, and let's change this to one word because I think it is, I saw it both ways, either one word or 2 words. So when you list it, you may want to keep that in mind, that you want to include both those variations. But 529 results for Speedo Fast Skin. So that tells me it's a niche item because eBay is just not covered up with it. And if we sort by prices, obviously we have our outliers here. We've got some that are extremely expensive because they are, were for a certain event, or, there's some kind of something special about it. But, some of these can go up to over $1,000, which is just crazy. The full body ones obviously are going to be worth more. But what we're really interested in are the sold listings. How much do they sell for? And we're going to put in used because you're most likely to find a used one than a new one. But even used, they sell for over $100. So here's one sold for one bid, and you can see how it just looks kind of, it's just an unusual looking item because it's not a swimsuit, it's not a leotard, it's not a full body suit. It's just kind of an unusual looking item if you don't know what it is. Very lightweight, very stretchy, but also a great thing to resell because not a lot of competition on this item, and a good selling price. And the thrift store is not going to know really what it is. I've seen them priced, put in with the bathing suits. So, and just, priced as a bathing suit. So maybe up to $5 or $6 depending on where you're getting your items. But again, the name is Speedo Fast Skin. Okay, the next item is Heron of Hungary. Okay, if you have not heard about Heron of Hungary, this is something that you're going to want to remember. Um, Here is the hallmark up here at the top. You can see it says Village Pottery in an arc across this little town, and Heron of Hungary underneath. This has been around for a while. According to the website, the manufacturer of Heron porcelain started producing ceramics in 1967. The pottery was plain, simple, mostly uncolored, or could be found decorated with just one or two colors. The manufacturer started producing Heron Village pottery products in 1990. Originally, there were 6 patterns available, but today you can choose from 69 patterns. So there's a lot of it out there. Pottery designs can vary from being very elaborate to very simple. Everyone can find a pattern to meet their individual taste from among the large collection of 69 patterns available in 200 various serving pieces. So I went over to replacements and looked this up to show you, what is there, and they have everything from dishes to collectibles, all kinds of stuff. And what's interesting is a lot of this is out of stock, which means that you have much more flexibility with your pricing. You can try different price points to see what you'll get, but these ornaments are out of stock. So that's a good thing when you are a reseller and you have something when it shows out of stock on different websites, because you can name your price. Most likely, though, you're going to come across the China, and like the website said, there are 69 patterns. So this is why you want to flip over the plate and look for that hallmark to see if it's going to be something valuable. So this is a fun pattern, this the seahorse here. And let's see, there's just so much of it is out of stock, which means if you find it, you could make a lot of money on it. You're going to have to find that price point of what a buyer will pay, so you can't be ridiculous, but price it high and put best offer on it and see what you get. So I'm trying to find some here that are actually in stock to show you how much they can go for on replacements.com. Some of the coffee mugs can go up to $50. I saw several serving pieces that were over $100. Okay, so here is just one dessert plate of this Chinese bouquet garland blue pattern. One plate is on replacements.com for $47.99. Okay, so that tells us that this stuff's pretty expensive. This one's discontinued also. So that's where the value lies in this brand, this line, is that a lot of it has been discontinued. It's very interesting looking. Lots of pretty animals and nature and pretty colors. Here's a vase, just a bud vase that is priced at $43 on replacements. So this is a good way to gauge how popular, or the amount of an item that could be out there is. Go on replacements.com and see if it's out of stock and what the prices are, because really the money on eBay is going to be in items that are truly limited in number. Vintage, collectibles, those types of things, that the less there is of something, the more it's going to be worth. And that's why it's really smart to diversify and not just focus on one thing that eBay is covered up with. I always go back to Ralph Lauren clothing, because there's just so much of it, and when you have that much competition, it's very hard to sell anything. So these types of items, discontinued patterns and such, are out there at people's houses, and it's just a matter of when do they show up at an estate sale or a garage sale or a live auction, and being able to buy them for resale. So many of these are out of stock or discontinued, so that is a good sign. All right, you get the point there. So we're going to go over to eBay and take a look at the Heron china and dinnerware. These are completed listings, 900 results, which shows you eBay's not covered up with it. Let's take a quick look at how many are active, just to give you a reference point here. And you're going to get a lot of these really expensive pieces that are very, vintage and unusual. So we kind of have to sort those out. So if we just go to dinnerware, there's only a few items there. If we just search by Heron and take Hungary off of it, because that's not going to be in everyone's title if people don't know. So there's about 9,000 items with Heron, and you can see it's figurines, cup. They've got different pattern names. I think Heron did a partnership with Rothschild, and they did some dinnerware patterns. Porcelain. So you can see there's a lot here to know. But let's look at completed listings so you can see what these sold for. And you may just find a coffee mug or a plate, one here and there, and it could be worth enough to be worth your time to list it. So completed listings are 4,000. So it's well known enough that people are looking for it and it's selling, but it's not like Coach handbags that have 100,000 of them on eBay. So you can actually make some money selling this stuff, and some of it goes for a lot of money. Let's just put in Heron mug, or let's do plate first. 398 results there, and you see lots of sets of dishes. Now, as far as selling individual plates versus sets, if you were to find a set, you may make more doing them individually because people are wanting to replace broken ones or add to their set, and they may not want 6 pieces. They just may want 2. So you may make more money if you do it as a quantity listing rather than an entire set like that. But, it's up to you how you want to explore that and do trial and error. But you can see here that sets of plates are selling for over $500, and if you could get that on one sale, that may be worth it to do it. So these are all sets here. So here's one that is a teacup and dessert plate, 3 pieces, sold for $349. Here is, now this person did looks like a multi-quantity. Yep, they did a multi-quantity listing on these plates, and they're selling them individually. And they have sold 2 plates, and each one for $370, it looks like. So you never know when you're going to come across this stuff. And a lot of times when it's an estate, the family just wants it done and over with so they can move on, because dealing with an estate is extremely time consuming. It's very emotional. It's just not something anybody wants to do. And a lot of times things just get pitched or donated or sold really cheap because the family just wants it over if it's an estate sale. So here's another one that is a Queen Victoria oval service plate, and let's see if they show the hallmark on the back of it, which there it is, Heron of Hungary, hand painted. So that's what you want to look for when you're flipping stuff over at the thrift store, is this Heron of Hungary hallmark. So hopefully this is also new to you, and you will put that in your brain and look for that when you are out there sourcing. And now we're going to talk about Cat Plush. This is a fun product. This comes out of United Kingdom. about Jellycat. Let me read this real quick. The full range of Jellycat's soft toy silliness. Explore all the quirky cuteness from the creators of the softest toys you have ever hugged, cuddled, and adored. Established in London in 1999 and launching many new soft designs every January and July, there is always something original and quirky, yet incredibly soft and sumptuous to find at a Jellycat jamboree. Irresistibly cuddly, sophisticatedly silly, hilariously humorous, perfect gift for all ages. Now these you can tell because they're very, they look almost like fleece. They're very fluffy, and you can just tell by the way they're made. Like when you're looking in the toy section at the thrift store, they're very fuzzy and have a certain texture to them. So let's go over to eBay and see how much these sell for. Here are the active listings. There's about 4,000 active listings, which tells us this is well known enough to where people are looking for it, but it's not completely saturated. And I know I keep saying that, but that's the way you're going to make money, is finding these things that don't have a lot of competition. So I'm really pushing you to get out of your comfort zone and diversify your store so that you have more opportunities to sell. So let's go look at the completed listings. And there are just over 1,600 completed results, which is good. Again, that tells us there's enough interest, people are buying it. You definitely want to ship these international because made in the UK, they are probably more familiar with this brand over in Europe than here. So you may get customers that are in the UK or Europe that want to buy from you, so you want to be able to ship those. Okay, so let's look at used versus new, because you're more than likely going to find used ones. So here we've got one sold for $99. And see how this has a very distinct look to it? It's very fuzzy and sort of has a chunky texture to it. And that's what makes it so soft, is this fuzzy texture. But that just looks like something really plain that would be sitting in the toy bin that you might pass over. And here is the tag. It's the black cat. It almost looks like Felix the cat with the teal or turquoise Jellycat lettering. So you want to remember that. So that one thing sold for almost $100. We've got the elephant that sold for $84. And they have little names like Bashful Puppy. So you want to try to find the name of the one you're looking for. That's going to help you connect with your buyer who's searching for that. Here is the Pistachio Plush Special Edition. Now those are always going to sell for more when they're special edition because they're limited in number. So here's the tag again. It says Jellycat of London, and this is that definitely looks like pistachio, pistachio bunny. And he was used, and he sold for $80. And you just never know on these plush what people will pay, because if it was the child's favorite thing and they can't settle down or calm down without it, the parents will pay whatever it takes to replace that for their child. Here's some more. This one says rare, went for $70. There's pistachio again, went for just under $70. Here's a funny looking Toothy Fox Smiling Plush. He went for $50. Now this looks really plain. I mean, this kind of reminds me of the shag carpet or bath mats from the 70s. But this says Bungly Pink Pig. I mean, that just looks really plain to me. But now you know, when it has this sort of shag carpet appearance to it, pick it up and look at it, see if it's a Jellycat, because that could bring you a lot of money. If you are not a member of the Premium Content Library, I encourage you to just go look at it. There's a link below the video. You'll be taken to this page and you're going to want to click on Table of Contents. Now this is my 10th month of building this library, so there is a lot in there. When you click on Table of Contents, you're going to be taken to this page and it just asks you to enroll. You just put your name and your email address, and then you'll be able to see exactly what's in there. As of today, March 25th, 2019, 147 videos, which is 51 hours of education. You can actually print off this PDF of the table of contents and look it over if you want to. It shows you everything that's in there, how long the videos are, all the different topics. There's a good mix of information, all different kinds of items to learn about, how to sell on eBay, international selling, all kinds of materials you can download. It's a huge amount of information. The fee to join is $20 a month. You can join for 1 month and then download everything onto your computer and never come back again, and no pressure to rejoin. I just want you to see what's in there, because the beauty of this is I'm constantly adding to it, keeping it current. Like with these niche item videos, as soon as I find out about things, I make a video and put it in here. So we can all stay on top of what's hot, what's trending, what's the newest things, what do I need to know, what kind of announcements has eBay made. This is my priority. So when you are in this group, not only do you get access to all this information, but I'm your personal help desk. Anytime you need me, send me an email. I will answer you within 24 hours, usually less. So give that a try. I hope you enjoyed this video and these items were new to you. Would love to have your comments below, and have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.